The Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal will be out with his cabinet anytime on the streets outside the Delhi Secretariat. All citizens of Delhi have been invited to meet him and the cabinet. He will directly redress people's grievances. He will talk to the people. They will try and find instantaneous solutions to people's problems. It is the first of the weekly darbars that Arvind Kejriwal is in fact going to be doing. He will be taking up problems put up by residents. There you can see visuals on your screen. Arvind Kejriwal, Chief Minister of Delhi, has just reached the Darbar and is expected to address people shortly. He will be taking complaints from people. The entire stretch of road that goes, remember, from ITO towards Rajghat has been closed with barricades, heightened security at the Delhi Secretariat. And our editor-at-large, Rahul Kawal, now joins us from Ground Zero. Rahul, could you get us a sense of what is happening at Ground Zero? How much security is there? What is the response of the crowds?
Well, this is Arvind Kejriwal's first Janta Darbar. You see the Chief Minister right behind me. We're outside the Delhi Secretariat and there are at the very least, 5,000 people who've come holding various forms of petitions which they want Arvind Kejriwal to try and sort out for them. I came through those crowds. They're very excited about the prospect of being over here. You're seeing Arvind Kejriwal and he's starting to meet people one by one. The way that they've set this up, actually there are lots of cameras all around and we don't want to disrupt the proceedings also. So let me just try and explain what's happening. To my left at this time, there are at least 5,000 people. If our camera person can pan and show, there are lots and lots of people who've gathered over here, all trying to make their way in. As those people are being allowed through the barricades, they've got their petitions, they will then try and meet the ministers, all the ministers of the Kejriwal government. If our camera person can come back and show the various ministers. So you see behind me Manish Sisodia, you see Rakhi Birla, you see the other ministers of the government, all of them sitting on these chairs, and they're now taking up the petitions of people who've come over there. Kejriwal, in his now very familiar muffler which he's got around his head, he's listening to these people, he's taking up their petitions and he's taking their causes one by one. That is what's taking place. Jugal Purohit, my colleague, is also with us. He's been tracking the security arrangements. Jugal, without trying to get into somebody else's frame, explain to our viewers who all from the Delhi government are here and how they're hoping to be able to resolve some of this.
Well, Rahul, basically all the departments possible from the Delhi government, their officials, they are all here. There's a big pool which is out there. Initially, the people are being filtered through helpdesk, and then every department from which representatives are already seated behind the ministers, if you see there, and they're all trying to solve their problems. The point is that they want their problems to be addressed right here on the spot. This is what is taking place, and there is tremendous response from the people out here. That much one can say for sure.
Well, there's a lot of excitement for sure, but is this actually a good way, Jugal, also of trying to solve problems? Because this is almost like trying to dispense instant justice or trying to find an instant solution to the problem. So how does that happen in the midst of so many people? Is this just a gimmick, or is this, in your view, a feasible way of trying to sort out?
Well, Rahul, how well does this actually go? We'll have to see through the response of the people who actually exit this place. But what I'm trying to say is that right now, what he's trying to do is something which has gathered tremendous amount of enthusiasm. And out here, a lot of people are coming here. I met a lot of people. They speak about people who come after filing PILs, people who spend years and years trying to do something. So they're all here coming with a lot of hope. And once they exit from these points is when we'll know how satisfied they are. And the fact that he's just announced that he'll be seated here as long as the public is here is something that is going to be very, very well received. And how effective it is, we'll come to know later on.
You know, there's a certain amount of bewilderment amongst the ministers there's a certain amount of bewilderment amongst the officials from Kejriwal's government because no one in the Delhi government before this has attempted something like this. Right behind us you see all the ministers, and next to them are the senior officials in their ministries. They're also all over here, and there are lots of people hoping to try and get their problem solved. My colleague Anurag, who reports on our sister channel Delhi Aaj Tak, is also with us. Anurag, आप वहाँ से आ रहे थे, आपके हिसाब से यहाँ पर इस वक्त कितने लोग होंगे कुल मिला के जो है?
राहुल, अप्रोक्सीमेटली 2-2.5 हज़ार लोग हैं यहाँ पर और 10-10 करके उनको अंदर आने दिया जा रहा है, लेकिन उसके बाद भी आप देख रहे हैं कि किस तरीके से पूरा का पूरा ग्रुप एक मंत्री के पास पहुँच रहा है। सत्येंद्र जैन अभी तक एक अकेले मिनिस्टर जो नहीं पहुँचे हैं, बाकी सब मिनिस्टर्स ने काम शुरू कर दिया और एक पूरा फॉर्मेट रखा है। अलग अलग कलर्स की स्लिप है हर मंत्री के पास और वो जैसे ग्रीन कलर की स्लिप अरविंद के पास और उनके स्टैंप्स वहीं पर रखे हैं। तो अरविंद को सुनना है, सब ऑफिसर्स की राय लेनी है और वहीं पर ऑर्डर करना है। तो वो ऑर्डर,
आपको लगता है कि वाकई में किसी प्रॉब्लम की पूरी डिटेल्स को इतना जल्दी पता किया जा सकता है कि फौरन आप कोई फैसला भी दे दो?
नहीं, कुछ समस्याएं ऐसी हैं जो हमारी भी बात हुई है इस बारे में कि क्या ऐसे सॉल्व हो पाएगा। तो उनका कहना है कि कुछ समस्याएं ऐसी हैं जिस पर सिर्फ ऑर्डर करना है, तो वो हम तुरंत कर सकते हैं, लेकिन अगर उसको आगे सलाह के लिए भेजना है तो फिर उसको आगे डिपार्टमेंट को भेज दिया जाएगा और नेक्स्ट जब जन सुनवाई होगी तो ये भी देखा जाएगा कि पिछली समस्या सुलझी या नहीं सुलझी।
और केजरीवाल ये कह रहे हैं कि जब तक सारी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व नहीं हो जाती, जब तक सारे लोग यहाँ पे रहते हैं, तब तक वो यहीं बैठे रहेंगे। तो ये मतलब पूरा दिन लगता है।
ऐसा अनाउंसमेंट तो जरूर हो रहा है राहुल, अगर ऐसा हुआ तो फिर शाम तक हम यहीं पर हैं, फिर उसके बाद समस्याएं ये लगातार चलती रहेंगी क्योंकि इतनी जल्दी सुलझने वाली नहीं है। कम से कम 2,500 लोग हैं और ज्यादा लोग आ रहे हैं, तो मुझे लगता नहीं है कि सबकी समस्याएं आज सुनी जाएंगी।
Thank you very much, Anurag. You need to go back for his own live shot, but that's the situation over here. Kejriwal rather dramatically announcing that this public sabha will go on till the time there are people. And if I can just try and show those images, I don't know how much you're able to capture because it's just the sheer number of cameras that are present over here. But there are people in their thousands who've gathered. They're still coming in. As I was walking in towards the Secretariat, there were at least 1,000 people still trying to make their way in. So there's a lot of excitement, there's a lot of buzz, there's a lot of expectations. The question is, can people, because they come in from this side, they go to the minister who's supposed to deal with their problems, but when they go out from the exit, do they believe that Kejriwal and his ministers have been able to solve their problems or not? I think the success or failure of this experiment will lie in whether people who've come with heightened expectations feel that their expectations have been met.
Right. Well, you know, it's not the first of its kind and it definitely won't be the last. But this one has struck a chord as opposed to, you know, other Janta Darbars that netas might hold in their constituencies with small pockets of people. So why is it that this one has struck such a huge chord with the people? We're seeing, you know, people there in thousands. There's barely any place for reporters to stand. What is different about this?
Well, to be fair to other politicians, Nitish Kumar does a Janta Darbar very frequently. Lalu Yadav used to do Janta Darbars. Even Rahul Gandhi started doing some sort of a Janta Darbar in the mornings nowadays. So it's not as if this is a unique concept. Chief ministers have been meeting people, listening to their grievances for the longest time now. This is an interesting prospect also because of the fact that Kejriwal has just been sworn in, riding on a tsunami of expectations, and the fact that he's got all these ministers here, he's got all these bureaucrats here, and they're saying, we won't just take your petition. Usually in the other Janta Darbars that I've attended across the country, ministers and chief ministers take people's petition and say, we will get back to you. Over here, the difference really is that they're also trying to solve the problem. They say, we will dispense almost immediate justice, and I think that is the one step extra that Kejriwal has taken. He's quite excited about it. His teammates are very excited about it. They're loving the response that they're getting. Whether this is effective, we will find out as the day goes on and also as this experiment is tried out more and more.
Right, you know, you say that it's a sort of instantaneous justice that Kejriwal is in fact trying to mete out to the people of Delhi. Is there any way that the grievances that people have got are being filtered and then perhaps, you know, they are being sent to the minister? How is this entire thing being organized?
Well, there is a help desk right at the start. As you come in from the cavalcade, as you come in from the barricade, there's a help desk. You go over there, there are chits with different colors on them. You're supposed to explain to those officials what the nature of your problem is. They will then tell you which minister to go to, and you're supposed to go to your particular minister, explain to him what the problem is. That minister has officials sitting around him. They will listen to the problem. Kejriwal will then ask these officials what the solution to the problem is, and he will try and sign those files right there and then. You know, it sounds utopian, it sounds exciting, right, but is it feasible? Is it actually a real way in which work can get done? This hasn't been done in the past for sure in this fashion. It's being attempted now. It's an interesting experiment. We'll have to see how the process evolves.